Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. As you can see, the sun's starting to come back up. I started the stream a little bit earlier than I wanted to because, ooh, what do we have here? Yosemite National Park. Cool. We're starting to go up some windy roads here. Thought maybe y'all like to watch that. So that's what we're going to do. Also, right now, we have Major Tom on the stream as well.
Cruising along.
He's down in San Diego right now. Where you heading?
Not sure yet. I'll let you know when I pick up my delivery load.
Ooh-wee, this hill's killing my truck right now. Well, we were doing 26. Now we're up to 30. Well, now we're up to 30. So earlier, I was going through Nevada, and I was going through some twisty turnies there as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I come around this one corner, and there are two semis. One's up on this hill with his flatbed hanging off into the road,
Oh no.
and another one has his flatbed like trying to get up underneath the other guy's trailer to, I guess, to push him off the hill or whatever.
Right. That's
And
too funny.
I'm like, holy cow! I don't even know how the other guy got up the hill.
It's kind of like the situation we're trying to get Joe off the fence that night.
Yeah, but this was way weirder than that.
Yeah, looked like it.
Joe just had his mud flap stuck. Whoa, what is
Yeah.
this? Oh, okay. This is the entrance to the park. Oh no! Commercial trucking is prohibited in this area. I have to turn around.
I have to go around the park.
Yep.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Boo.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
Turn around here. Well, now we gotta come up with a detour. Man, that kind of sucks. I mean, I'm sure I could still go through it, but I like to follow the rules. Okay, they'll still explore some unexplored areas.
I'm headed to Santa Fe.
Santa Fe?
Yeah, New Mexico.
You boys like Mexico? Woo! I had to drive through here one time with just my rig. What in the world? Oh, they got cameras up on their monitors in the guardhouse here? That's cool. Inyo National Forest. Oh, now we gotta head back down the mountain. Ah, getting blinded by the rising sun.
That's cool.
Elevation 9,000 feet. And we're dropping. 475 miles out now. Got a nice couple of little rays there shining over the trees.
Mhm.
I was in Nevada and had some kind of UFO deal. It had like a little yellow light, and it came down and hovered in front of my truck as I was coming up towards it, and then it like took off to the right, and then took off to the left, and then went over the hill.
Yeah,
I was like,
closest I got to that was a plane that was barnstorming me. It was little single engine and a Piper went out flying around. It's just like zipping in and out over the all around me while I was traveling through that one area. It's so cool.
I think I had one of those as well. Little bi-wing planes.
Yeah.
It freaked me out at first because all I saw was a red and green light shoot
Yeah. It's
down
like,
in
what
front
is
of my
that?
truck, and I'm like, ah! And then I saw the plane. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
He came down pretty close to the road. Uh, Sitting here doing 40 and a 55. I'll come around this one corner, uh, probably 5 or 10 minutes before you hopped on,
Mhm.
and dude was coming the opposite direction, straight up in my lane. I had to ditch
Ah,
it.
wow.
Tore up my truck a little bit. Fortunately, it didn't tear up the cargo, but got a little bit of
Yeah.
damage on my truck and my trailer. I yelled at him over the CB.
Mhm.
He didn't respond.
Of course not.
Jerk. It's like, dude, if you can't control your vehicle around a corner, then slow down.
Right. You must be going way too fast.
I mean, I get it, the speed limit through there was 70. Just because the speed limit is 70 doesn't mean you gotta do 70.
That's right.
I wish I would have had my stream going then. At least capture that dude's name and everything. I could send that over to Truckers MP. They can give him a little warning. Oh, you can see the sun in my mirror. So when I was in New Mexico, I came across 3 or 4 sets of railroad tracks.
Mhm.
Didn't get stopped once.
Oh, right. Okay.
And I'm sitting there thinking the only time I've actually ever gotten stopped by a train at a railroad crossing was in Flagstaff. I can't think of anywhere else I've ever gotten stopped by a train. Carson City. This head cold I got's gotta go. Told the wife I'm not feeling better tomorrow morning. I'm going to go to the store and get me
I'll
some
call in
meds.
sick.
Well, tomorrow's Sunday, so I don't have to call in sick. But I'm going to go to the store and get me some daggone meds. Which sucks because I'm supposed to do my next Fallout 4 video tomorrow. Oh, excuse me. 400 miles to go. Come on, light, turn green. Wrong light. Maybe I should have specified. Oh, sure, I get stopped and then the light turns yellow for me. So what'd you have for dinner?
Caesar salad, pasta dish with the bolognese, and a um, banana bread, kind of like a custard thing with ice cream. It was good.
I like banana bread.
Me too. Used to make it a lot when I was a kid.
Then you got banana nut bread.
Yeah.
My wife
All
usually
right.
makes it for me around the holidays.
Yeah.
Trying to fatten me up.
I used to make it out of a box. I think it was Pillsbury berry or something like that, and put it in the oven. It was great. It's all pre-mixed stuff. You know, you just put your egg in there and whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to doing 84 miles an hour with a trailer on my back.
Hell, the speed limit
I
where I'm
I
at
don't
right now is 80.
I don't have to go 65 all the way. I forgot. Good thing I got my cargo thing worked out. Makes the trip a lot shorter.
Oh yeah. I like hauling my own cargo. Truck looks better.
Yeah. You can keep it on the road.
Oh, I got no problem with that.
I almost did. I wasn't paying attention. All of a sudden, this really sharp turn comes up, and I think the trailer tipped a little bit. It's like that scene that you saw last time I made that turn. You were behind me.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I don't know how he got out of that one.
Whole left side of your truck's up on the wheel,
Yeah,
off the ground. There we go.
yeah. It's just practicing the driving on one side of the truck.
Hey, then you only wear out the tires on one side, right?
That's right. Yeah, exactly.
Then you rotate the left side to the right side and wear those out. You get
Yeah,
double the
no,
miles.
I know. W- Sidewalls get a little beat up, but it's okay.
I was about to say, I hope I wasn't supposed to get off there because I would have missed that exit. But nope, I'm good. But no, I start work back on Monday,
Yep.
so not looking forward to it.
Well, at least you don't have to do a lot of running around.
Uh, I'm sure all my accounts are locked out, so I'll have to get all my accounts unlocked.
Mhm.
Because one of the systems that we operate, you have to log into it once every 30 days or it locks out your account.
I see.
So,
Safety precaution.
yep. And I haven't been at work in over 30 days, so definitely haven't logged in.
Yep.
Because I worked, what was it, Monday night before my surgery, so that was the night of the 21st. And then I took a holiday for the 22nd to pick up my mom from the airport. And then I was off on the 23rd because there's no sense in making me work the 23rd just to go have surgery on the 24th.
Right.
And then I've been off ever since. So I got off work at 6 a.m. January 22nd, and I haven't been to work
I haven't been
since.
since. Yep. My when we went skiing this weekend, my daughter fell and got a concussion.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you were telling me about
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So
How's she doing?
she's doing okay. She can't look at anything that's stimulating, like a monitor or her phone or doing any reading, because they want her mind to not her eyes to rest.
Yeah.
And they basically she basically had to call out of work for like 2 weeks. She's not going to be going back for a while
Ah.
because she just has to let her brain heal, I guess.
Yep.
In the old days, they wouldn't even know what was wrong. They would just tell you to go out and do your next. You didn't throw up. Your eyes are okay. Go ahead.
Yep.
Now it's like they've learned that that's not right. You can't do that. It just causes more damage down the road.
Yep. Well, and that's how I ended up with my TBI. Was
Yeah.
I received a concussion in April, and then 4 months later, received a second one, and my brain hadn't healed from the first one.
Yeah, it just compounds it.
hmm So I ended up jacked up for a little over 2 years.
Yeah.
So, ooh, we got a nice little sharp turn here. San Diego Truck Show next week.
Come back for the show.
hmm Stay for the trucks. Somebody coming towards me here. Oh man, you missed a huge convoy heading east out of Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was 12 Pack Trucking was the name of the company. There was probably 22 to 25 trucks. Man, I wish our company was that big.
It takes time to get that big too.
Yeah. Yeah, with the new logging trailers and stuff, I've heard a couple of the guys, and I think it was Flagstaff, talking about starting up a company called Logging Incorporated,
Uh-huh.
and all they do is logging missions.
Hmm. So you spend a lot of time in Oregon, I guess.
I get. Well, I mean, you could take a load down to like New Mexico because I'm sure they need
Yeah, I
lumber.
see. Yeah, deliver it. Yeah.
So,
But isn't that where a lot of the logging happens up in Oregon?
well, I
I
know
don't
it
know.
happens in Washington, and that's coming out
Okay.
hopefully soon. That's the DLC I'm really waiting on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm already doing 55. Because I think I'm going to grab me a login trailer when that DLC comes out.
Sure.
Do some logging contracts. Must be going downhill or something. I'm gaining speed.
I'm cruising at 92, 93.
That's not cruising, bro. That's flying.
I'll be flying then. I
I'm
always wanted to fly.
I'm
It looks like
cruising.
I see a helicopter flying over me. Is that a police helicopter?
Probably.
Going to report my speed? Give me a ticket?
What was that? Was it Too Fast, Too Furious, where the helicopters would shoot the little claw into the car and disable the car?
I don't remember that. Uh-oh. Time to stop. Got to make a turn.
Yeah, it would like fry the onboard computer or whatever and bring the car to a stop. That's what he's gonna do to your truck.
Yeah. Oh, come on now. What you doing here? installed
Be like the snowman in Smokey and the Bandit.
it.
Get pulled over by old Evil Knievel. I got you doing 93 miles. 93? I didn't know a truck could get that high.
How is that possible?
Ugh. 215 miles out.
It's a nice windy road I'm on now.
I wish I could have gone through Yosemite.
Mm-hmm.
That'd have been cool. Little power substation here. Ooh. Looking out the window there and running off the road.
That's not good.
No, it's not. Okay, there was a sign back there that said rest area. There is no rest area.
Well,
There's
that was it. Where the sign was,
there's
right
concrete
around the sign.
wall. There's concrete wall and guardrail.
No way to get off. Get arrested in the street.
I guess. I'm on 299 north right now. Keep seeing these deer crossing signs. I'm waiting for one time a deer pop out.
They'll probably stop you in your tracks if you try to hit
Eh.
it.
Nah, do some damage to the truck though. You seen a deer after it hits a semi?
And there's not much of it left.
No, not well. I guess if a deer hits a semi, that's different. But if a semi hits a deer, yeah, there's not much left.
Yeah.
It's like an explosion.
Yep. Might as well hit a train.
Might as well. My dad actually hit a cow when he was driving a train once.
Wow. That'll do some damage.
Fortunately,
Is he alright? I mean, that'll kill you.
the cow ended up being all right. My dad was fine. He was in the train, so. But
Car didn't turn out too good.
the train, because the winter was just getting over, so it still had the plows in the front. So when it hit the cow, it just scooped the cow up and threw it up over the top of the engine.
Wow.
Now the one that really freaked out my dad was when he hit a hobo on the rails. Old
What did he
boy,
hit?
what?
What did he hit? I didn't hear you. You're breaking up.
Oh, I said he hit a hobo.
A hobo?
Yeah,
A person.
a person. Knocked him clean out of his shoes. They stopped the train, and my dad walked back there to check on the guy.
Yeah.
And the guy picked himself up, dusted off his
Wow.
pants, grabbed his shoes, and was like, "Wow, that was a ride."
No shit. Survived it. Holy cow.
Hell,
The hell's he doing on the tracks anyway?
he was taking a nap.
Oh my god. And hoping a train would come by and kill him before he wakes up?
I don't know.
Seems kind of silly place to be napping.
My dad saw him just in time and hit the horn. The guy stood up real quick and went to get off the track and
Oh,
didn't
okay.
quite make it.
He was already on his way though, so he just got bumped a little bit. Yeah, but still.
Still getting hit by a train doing 35 mile an hour still hurts.
Yeah. I was in a commuter train, and we're just cruising along, and all of a sudden there's like this little bump, like you kind of lean forward just a little bit,
Yeah,
and it turns out that the train hit a car side, it was just going around the gate to go through over the tracks,
yeah,
and it was some young girl. She was in a big rush because she was late to pick her brother up at soccer, So she went through the rails, even though the lights were flashing.
Yeah.
T-boned the car, killed her instantly.
Uh,
But that's what we felt was that little, just a little bit of forward motion, and I was like, it was almost like, someone just pushed my back a little bit.
yeah.
The train did not, it was not affected at all. But that was a bummer.
Yeah. One of my dad's buddies, he hit a kid trying to beat the train across the tracks once.
Yeah.
T-boned his pickup and killed him.
Mhm.
And the mom went to the papers wanting to know how come the train didn't swerve.
Oh boy. Wow.
Yeah.
Not a clue. So why didn't the train stop? There's another question that's not a clue. they
Yeah,
don't they
no
don't
kidding.
stop like that. Takes a long time. Takes miles.
Yep. Depending
So
upon
your
what
dad
they're
was an
hauling.
engineer.
Yep. He
What did
spent
he?
he spent
What?
10 years on the Union Pacific Railroad.
Oh wow. Running cargo.
Yeah, he was doing freight.
Yeah.
So coal, freight,
Yeah.
tankers.
Mhm.
Whatever they throw on his train, he'd carry.
Yeah. Whatever they needed.
So he liked the job. It was fun. He didn't like the hours because there was no like set hours. So you got on the train. I can't remember if it was 10 or 12 hours that you worked. I think it was. I think you had worked 10, but you couldn't be on the train longer than 12.
Right. Yeah. Safety.
Yeah, something
You
like
have to.
that.
You have to get rest.
And then so you would what they call tie down the train. So basically, at your 10-hour mark, you would stop the train, and then you had 2 hours to tie it down, set all the handbrakes and everything,
Okay.
and then get off the train.
And go to sleep.
Well,
Go
no,
sleep somewhere, or
no,
just get off the train.
just get off the train. Then you had to wait for somebody to come pick you up and take you to the hotel and everything.
Oh wow.
And then you got anywhere from uh, 6 hours of rest because they would call you 2 hours before your shift started. So you get 6 hours of rest if your shift started 8 hours later.
Mhm.
Or you could get up to 24 hours and then you're right back out.
Yeah.
So typically what would happen is he would go out and he'd get to his destination and he'd get 6 to 8 hours of rest there, and then he'd hop on another train and bring it home, and then he'd get about 24 hours of rest at home before he was right back
Mhm.
out again.
That's not too bad.
Yeah.
24 hours is a decent amount of time.
Yeah, but you're sleeping for some of that.
Yeah, of course.
And depending upon what time you get home, you might not be sleepy, but your family's asleep.
Yeah, that's right.
So you're still not really getting much family time.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
So
That's rough.
So my dad was like, what he did is he calculated everything out. He goes, all right, I need to make X number of dollars per pay period in order to, make sure that we can pay the bills and put food on the table and
Right.
everything. So once he hit that mark, he's like, all right, I'm sick. And he would lay off sick.
Uh-huh. I'm sleeping now.
Spending time with the family, catching up on some sleep.
Yeah.
So he's like, as long as he hit his numbers, he's like, all right, I'm good.
Yeah.
Some people are like, man, you can make 120,000. He goes, and not see my family.
Yeah, right.
Or
Right. Right.
I can make the money I'm making and still see my family.
Yeah.
So my dad's real big about family, which kind of rubbed off on me and my brothers were real big about family too.
That's good. I had been in working in New Jersey with Merrill Lynch. I was in their corporate real estate group. Was one of the directors that handled design and development for a lot of the retail offices around the country.
Yeah,
So I did that for a while, and then I ended up getting a promotion into the city, and that got I was there for 2 years, and decided to go off on my own, start my own company. So I
yeah,
took a package and I did that, but mainly I did it because I was just on the road constantly. I'd be up in the morning at 5 o'clock, and I wouldn't get home till 7:38. And the kids were really young at that point, so they weren't up when I got up, and they were in bed by the time I got home. So for a whole week would go by, I wouldn't even see them. Like,
Wow.
this is bullshit. So I said, you know what? I think I'm just gonna raise my hand. I gotta take a package, do my own thing, and I ended up doing that and was home all the time with the kids. It was great.
Sweet. Yeah, there was a moment in my life where I was training to be a flight engineer on the C-130s,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah. I always wanted to fly. It just never happened.
yeah, and I was 3 flights away from finishing my training and everything, and they medically disqualified me. And looking back on it, it was the best gift ever because uh, some of the guys that I was in training with, they were gone for 6 months, home for 3 months, gone for six
Oh
months, home
yeah,
for 3 months.
yeah. That's rough.
So in a 15-month span, they saw their kid for 3 months.
Yeah, that sucks.
So I'm like, I'm kind of glad I didn't, you know, make it all the way through.
Mhm. Yeah, be careful what you wish for.
Yep.
You might actually get it.
I was gunning real hard to try and get it too because I really wanted to fly.
Well, they have restrictions on pilots now too.
Yep. But so for me, what it was is I had chronic air sickness. I just couldn't keep my lunch down,
Huh.
and I tried everything to try and stay in
Mhm.
training or whatever. So what I would do is I would get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I would get to the aircraft about 5:30, and I would do the pre-flight and do all the checks and everything. I'd run all the toll data on it, and I'd get it set up ready to go. We'd go fly for about 4 or 5 hours, and then
Mhm.
at lunchtime I would get off. I would eat my lunch, and then I would go down to physiology, and they would put me in a chair, and they would spin me for 3 hours
Wow.
to try and get me over my air sickness,
Mhm.
and I just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
So I gave it a
That,
good go because I did that for a whole month to try and get over it, and
mhm.
I still couldn't get over it. I'm like, I can't say I didn't give it my best.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because who willingly puts themselves into a chair for 3 hours a day to
Yeah.
spin around in circles till they vomit
Yeah. It's
for a job?
torture. Put yourself through torture.
Yep.
Voluntary torture.
So I'm glad it didn't work out.
Yeah.
I'm kind of upset that it didn't, but I'm glad it didn't at the same time.
Mhm.
Because I would have got to see so much more of the world.
By yourself.
Yep. Hey, this dude's got a login trailer.
I just passed like 3 guys with trailers with logs on them.
Looks like he's got telephone poles or something. What it looks like. I was like, ooh, a truck dealership. Oh, it's Peterbilt.
I'm not buying one of those. You gonna get another Kenworth?
Yeah. All right, which way to deliveries? We're going this way. It's not the right way. I don't know what to do. Running low on fuel though. Sweet, I picked the right one. Oh man, I was running low on fuel in ETS2 earlier. I had 50 liters left over when I filled up.
Oh wow.
It's like 12 gallons or something like that.
71,000 pounds.
Ooh, look at you.
Just went through a way station.
You know, I got lucky. I only hit one way station all the way up to Oregon.
Yeah, I got a pass on the first one. Second one nabbed me.
I got a I got tagged on the first one coming out of Roswell, where you have that bridge to the right and then the way station to the left.
Yeah.
I got tagged at that one, and I didn't get tagged again the rest of my trip.
So it makes sense to get tagged on the first one, and for the rest of them you don't. But you know,
Yeah.
what do we know?
Well, in a lot of states, it's mandatory that you will weigh upon entering the state.
Yeah, and then after that, once you're weighed in, you don't have to do it 2, 3 times unless you're crossing borders. Maybe that's why.
Yeah. It's like if you go from New Mexico to Arizona, you should get weighed.
You're gonna get tagged.
Yeah. Or if you go from Arizona to Nevada, you're going to get tagged.
Mm-hmm.
But like in the in the state, you shouldn't get tagged more than once in the state. Ooh, 2,077 miles is how far I went. I got 3,344 XP for it.
Hmm.
What's funny is that route's only 1,800 miles, but I added 200 miles by going down to Hobbs.
Oh, okay.
So I got extra XP for it.
Uh-huh.
I got $58,000.
Nice.
And I leveled up.
Yeah, that's why I'm doing this. I want to pay down my debt. What's great is that the garage cost 180. I got 180 back when I sold it.
All right. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, we've made it to Medford. We've delivered our load. I'm going to call that a night. When I'm off stream, I'm going to go ahead and grab up a new truck or two and hire me some drivers. That's Volvo. There's a Kenworth and Elko. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all have a good night.